Okay, hey, it's United in Green. Here we are, Tom and I again after this match. Tough match today. Boston Bolts brought it. There's not much to describe other than the fact that Boston Bolts came out and they were ready to go from the jump.
Yeah, I mean, all credit to the Boston Bolts for actually coming to Virtue Field. And I mean, I think a lot of teams come here playing like this is their final because it's probably the biggest crowd they're going to play against. This is probably the biggest hype game that they're going to have. And they play accordingly. Not all of them can actually do that and actually pull it off. Boston Bolts certainly did today. But in all honesty, I think we had control of the game up until the incident, basically. And if it wasn't for the incident, I think we would have seen this game out fairly comfortably. If it wouldn't be one, if we weren't going to score again, I'm fairly sure it would have at least ended 1-0.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, if you're looking at the score sheet, we're looking at 32 fouls called in this game, 20 to the Green and 12 to the Bolts. I don't like to pick on the refs too much in this league, especially, but they are still there to do a job.
Let me just say that he came out from the very beginning looking to put his mark on the game. He came out, and within the first 5 minutes of the game, we had 3 or 4 calls made from very minor incidences that many other referees just let go. Right. And let the game flow. This referee was certainly out there today to make a name for himself. He really put his stamp of authority on the game, and clearly it was detrimental to at least Vermont Green, but I think to the game as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the game, like you said, very early on, it was clear that the referee wanted to put his stamp on the game. It was very clear that Vermont wanted to control the game, and they did. They did early on. A great goal off of a rebound by Zach Zenge. That's the type of thing that you need in a league like this, in a game like this, is you need dirty goals. You need goals where guys are coming off, coming off juicy rebounds.
I would say on this front, I think Bordelou played that absolutely beautifully. Everyone was lined up on the edge of the box for that ball to be whipped into the far post. Bordelou wrong-footed everyone, including the keeper, and I think that's why he had to parry that out. Because he went for that near post. It was kind of, I keep bringing Manchester United as reference points, but it was very Bruno Fernandes-esque in that he wrong-footed the goalkeeper, had to get him down to his left quickly. Goalkeeper ordinarily would have picked that ball up, but because he saw it so late, he parried it out.
Right.
It, again, Onana-esque, right into the pathway of Zach Zenge, who, poacher's goal right there. Yeah, he was the first person to react.
It was a great poacher's goal, too. I mean, not to discount anything that Zach did during the game, I think Zach, if he continues to play like this, he's going to find himself in Columbus, or Columbus 2. He's played very well this year, and I'm very excited to see him out there. He puts it all out there on the field for the team, for the kids, for the fans, the adult fans, and he lays it out on the line. He played really, really hard today. I love, like I always say, I love a good midfielder. Bordelou and Zach came out and really showed what they wanted to do, how they wanted to attack today, how they wanted to defend today. And I think Vermont Green, for the most part, was, like we said, was very, very in control of the game. And unfortunately, Boston Bolts was very, very organized defensively.
Yeah, it took us a long. We weren't breaking them down. We did actually have a fair few chances on their end, but then again, they also had chances on our end. There was 2 shots in the first half where they broke through our defense, and it was a one-on-one situation with Herseg. There was that audacious bicycle kick that again saved by Herseg. Herseg did bail us out several times tonight, and honestly, if things happened in a different way, we would be talking right now about how great defensively Vermont Green was the entire game and how Herseg edges out that win. It honestly, if it wasn't for that red card in the second half, we wouldn't have ended up with it being 1-1 because
exactly.
Yeah.
And I know our time is short up here. Hopefully we're gonna have a guest up here. I can see him down the field right now signing autographs.
So it might take a while. Literally, we can see him 150 meters in front of us.
Yeah, and mountains of children waiting for us. So they're gonna keep signing until they're done, which is what is great about this club and what's great about these players. But let's talk about the red card real quick. I know. Like I said, our time is short. Tom's got to get off, but let's talk about the red card a bit. From my vantage point, wasn't much in it. Maybe a high leg is if that's what he's calling, but it was hard to see from my vantage point.
I'll tell you what exactly happened. So the ball was in the box. It got cleared out. I'm not sure who by. In GK, who has been playing, by the way, a very good game. Absolute bag of tricks, and he was bringing out every single one of them to get past every player.
Yeah.
He's a very flexible man. He's a very quick man. And what he was trying to do was bring the ball down from chest height in the air. And so he stuck his leg up to bring the ball down, and the Boston Bolts player at the same time went down with his head to try and head the ball to go forward.
Yeah.
You've seen it before where a player is running onto a ball that is in midair to head it down to them, obviously bring it onto their foot. And you've seen it before where the defender or whatever player brings the ball, his foot up to bring the ball down from chest height or so.
Right.
The two things happened simultaneously. Whether or not there was actually a collision, I don't know, but the Boston Bolts player certainly played it in the sense that there was a collision, but it doesn't matter. As soon as the two people went together, that referee was itching to get his cards out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And at best that was a yellow for maybe reckless play, and he went for the red straight away.
Yeah, he pulled it out quick to the surprise of the boys down in the south stand. It's tough, I mean, this league is tough to play in. It's tough to continue to win and play. They're going to have to probably get over this one really quickly, figure themselves out, and come back strong, because
I think one of the mistakes we made going into this game is we played a slightly weaker. Do I have to say that again?
No, you don't. You're good.
We played a slightly weaker first 11. I think because the Boston Bolts is fairly further down the league, but I don't think that is actually a representation of what each team is like this year. This league has been really wacky.
Yeah.
The way results have happened this year, Boston Bolts are quite near the bottom. I think quite clearly they've got a lot of skills, and I don't think they maybe deserve it. And as a result, we ended up playing maybe a slightly weaker in the first 11 than we may have otherwise put out onto the field.
Yeah.
I think that put us at a disadvantage from the beginning. And by the time we were chasing a goal, we had so many defensive players on that we didn't really have the chance to really kind of like thrust. I think maybe a tactical error this game, but I think we are going to have to bounce back quickly. We are now no longer top of the league by goal difference. We are second.
Correct. By Western Mass, who is just destroying everybody out there.
Western Mass were having a hard time until the 70th minute yesterday. They were drawing 1-1 as well. So,
right. Yeah.
This is a tough league. It's a tough league, Bobby.
Tough division. Yeah.
Hey, Thomas, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Well,
hey, what's up, man?
You're tagging me out. I'm about to go down to the water.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, tough game. I'm sorry, that referee's a fucking twat.
I know. I mean, I think we could have had a better performance, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it would have been nice to get that second goal, and then it would have been a problem. But obviously that referee he put his stamp on the game. And, mate, good game anyway.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're an absolute joy to watch this.
Thank you.
I really appreciate what you do.
All right, boys and girls, and everybody in between. Listen, we have our special guest here, Moni Thomas. I gotta say, to have you in this squad is super special. We were told a lot of great things about you, about how you play, and we were told that we didn't know what we had in a player like you. And I know that I spoke to you on text after the game against Seaboats United last week, that you had said, "I'm sorry, I didn't play better."
Yeah.
Um, Describe your game to us a little bit, because, like, from our vantage point down on the field, down on the rail, it's super silky and it's super composed, and we kind of just we love to watch a player who doesn't let the atmosphere affect him. So yeah, just describe your game to us a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, most of my life I was playing center back, so that's where I get my defensive ability, and I think I'm like, I think I'm more defensively than attacking. But I noticed that when I switched to right back 3 years ago, that I can get up the field.
Yeah.
I noticed that I'm very athletic. So I just try to take advantage of that. I just don't like losing 1v1s. That's the main thing. I hate losing 1v1s. And I just think, like, you talked about how I wasn't happy with Seacoast and I thought I could have played better. I just think, like, it was coming from a perspective that I could have played faster and had better decision making. So that's where I was coming from. So
Yeah, it's. I mean, when we watch you out there, at such a young age, I think you might be one of our youngest, or the youngest player that's ever come into this squad. I think maybe previously might have been Zach Zingay a couple of years back. And we see Zach's progression. Zach had an amazing game tonight. He was everywhere. We don't get to see a lot of special players, and amongst the supporters group, we've been speaking, we've been talking about you in sort of the same vein as, like, Gavork Diarbin, who's now at the Revs, was very important in their U.S. Open Cup game against Rhode Island FC. Put the ball in that scored the goal against RIFC. Do you have plans outside of this season? Do you have offers already? Because, like, watching you play has been a special treat. Talk about tonight a little bit, because tonight Boston seemed to be pressing quite a bit. They seem to want to push the action. They're very composed defensively, but I felt like on the wings they were definitely pressing in and trying to win balls early on.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll answer your first question about what I'm looking for next season. Well, I'm not, like, thinking too far ahead. Honestly, like you said it, I'm young, and I'm starting to realize that I'm still quite young.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just about developing. When I go back to Wake Forest, it's just developing as much as possible. When the opportunity comes, it comes. But for now, just staying grounded and just seeing what's in front of me one step at a time.
Yeah.
Like, taking every practice, seeing what I can do to get better. That's just the most important thing for me. I'm not gonna look too far ahead and see. And a lot of people say my future's bright, but I do agree. But I need to keep working towards that. I always tell people that I need to work harder to get where I want to be. So that's just the most important thing for me right now. I come here to develop. I didn't even know if I was gonna play or not. I just knew I was gonna try to develop as much as possible. I didn't even know I was gonna be the youngest player when I came here. I just knew that I'm gonna come here and play, try to get better, and that's the most important thing. As for Boston today, I think they did really well, to be honest. They stick to their game plan and they executed their game plan. I just don't think they just took advantage of us. I just think we're kind of just like lackluster.
Okay.
I just think, I think we could have played much better. They did well to press us, but no, they did well, and I guess they deserve a tie. But it's a game that
It's a frustrating game. It's a frustrating game. From our viewpoint, I feel like the referee took the game out of your hands, out of not just your hands, Boston's hands too. Like they this referee, like Tom said, wanted to put a stamp on the game. He was calling it really tight the entire game. What we appreciate is the effort.
Yeah.
And like you said, at times lackluster, definitely lackluster. But defensively, I think that you say you don't want to lose 1v1s, right? I don't see you losing 1v1s a lot. You have center backs that pick you up. You have defensive midfielders that come and pick you up. Obviously, we're missing a skill today. We were missing Owen O'Malley again. So, like, um, there's a lot that goes into a game like this, and we have, and I've talked about it previously in the podcast. We have a lot of rotation options. Are you a guy who's willing to rotate, or do you go back to the coach and say, "Listen, I think this is a game for me."
For me, I want to play. Every single time we play at home, I really want to play.
Yeah.
I love playing in front of the fans. Like, it just makes me want to go 10 times harder.
And you don't get that like at any other place in this league.
Yeah, no, you don't. And it just reminds me of playing back at Wake Forest,
Right.
in front of the fans and the atmosphere. But like, again, I'm here to develop. Like, obviously, like, I want to play every game, but everyone here needs to play. So whatever's best for the team, then like that should be the starting lineup. Like, I don't know if I was the right fit to even play today. I don't think I was fit enough to play today.
You surprise a lot of us then,
Yeah.
because some of those moves are that you can pull off. The way that you run between guys, the way you pop the ball over the top of pressing wingers and midfielders, the way that you kind of almost like, I know Chris's version of football in Vermont is not necessarily, Pep Guardiola, but like you're almost sometimes inverting, right? You're almost coming in, playing into the midfield. The overlapping runs you're making, whether it be Enzo or whomever else is on the wing out there, it's super fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I know today was a frustrating match, but like we do have to sit here and realize what we've got in a player like you, in a person like you. We don't sign guys to this team that aren't good people to begin with, and that don't play football and can't get over obstacles like today.
Yeah.
Right. And you're gonna see referees come and go that are great referees, some terrible referees. I'm sure you've seen it in your youth career.
Yeah, 100%. Like we could talk about the ref and him not doing the greatest job, but at the end of the day, we all had chances to
That's
finish.
true.
I had a great chance to score, and I didn't put the ball in the back of the net. Or we had another chance, which Stefan could have scored off of a cross I had over there, but we didn't. So it's just like, we can blame the ref, but we didn't take our chances today.
Yeah.
And they had a great game plan, and we just have to come back and just realize that we can't just rely on our talent. You know what I mean? Like, we're all so talented, but we need to come together as a team and really like have the mentality to not let any team break us. I think they kind of broke us today, which sucks. But again, like, we can blame the refs, but it's really on us,
Yeah. And you know what? You guys are going to come out of this stronger. Obviously, no longer top of the table with Western Mass holding goal differential because they got to play Boston City and scored 100 goals against them. But I think that you guys have a high ceiling this year. I think both you and Western Mass have this division, in a stranglehold right now. And as long as you guys continue to play your game and move on past this and get stronger, you guys are going to be great. I just want to thank you for coming up.
Of course, no.
Being up here. I'm not going to hold you any longer. You want to get probably to the showers and get home and decompress a bit. But
no, it's going to be a quiet night for sure.
Yeah, listen, man. We're going to be talking about this again in a month, and we'll bring you back on maybe the end of the season.
100%,
and have you back and maybe you're gonna make a man of the match at some point during the season. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just hopefully we can get more good team performances. I mean, we had a great crowd today, so
Yeah, absolutely.
everyone coming out.
Everybody always brings it. So again, thanks for coming out, everybody. We are the United in Green podcast. You can find us on Blazing Musket. You can find us on all your favorite podcast platforms, and follow Vermont Green, follow United in Green, follow the Green Mountain Boys, and follow this guy right here, Hamoni Thomas. He's a special talent, and we're really happy to have you. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, bye guys. Love you. Up the green.